Hi everyone, today is the 10th of July 2018 time, 7:30 p.m. Australia Eastern Time. Way back on the 2nd of November 2011, I went to the house and I met a man. His name is Jehovah. We living together at home, and one day he asked me, he said to me, "Who do you know ever live?" I could not answer him. A week later he asked me again, "Who do you know ever live?" I could not answer him. And a week later something big happened. There's a clothes came from Africa. They done a spell on the clothes. That clothes came to that house. And when the clothes came, he left. When I was in the house, something told me in my heart to cut the two t-shirts, and then I cut them by knife. Then I put them in the bag and I put it next to his. And then he came and he asked me, "Do you think I'm a rubbish picker?" And I felt sorry in my heart, but he said to me, "That's good, you can take it out." And that thing went to my cupboard. I didn't know, because it's invisible. It's just it's like a wind. It's like a wind. It's invisible. You cannot see with your naked eyes. So that thing went hit in the cupboard. But around 11:30, I was reading Bible book of John chapter 1 until 19:27, and the last word, because in the Bible there's a title said death, and then there was last word before Jesus knew all things being fulfilled, 28. The thing came out and attacked me. Soon attacked me. It's like a wind on my right foot, just like a wind going through me. When it got to my heart, I fall down. I was reading the book, the Bible was in my hand, and then I fall down on the bed. I didn't know that I fall down. All I knew is just I closed my eyes, and then everything became very dark. I was wondering where I was, but I can see, but I don't know where I was because it's very dark. And then when I was in that darkness, and I saw something red coming toward west, coming from west. And then when it's coming, it's red. I didn't know it was that, but he came close and he breathed on me, in my head, and I stood up. When I stood up, I began to guess the flame of fire, his eyes. It's like a flame of fire. And then he breathed on me. When he breathed on me, then I stood up. I began to guess the fire. Sooner, I just closed my eyes like this, then my eyes opened. I saw that flame when I was in that darkness, but I saw in the light going back where he was sitting. And then I was resurrected from the dead. That man, his name is Jehovah, but that's not his name, because doesn't want to give me his name. Just he said to me, "I'm Jehovah," but that's not his name, because when I was with him, didn't tell me his name. Just say, "I'm Jehovah," Didn't tell me his name until he left. When he left, but before he left, he told me, "I am going." And then he left, got the bus, and he left. That's what because I'm bringing this up, because Prophet Dr. Owo claimed they resurrect Mama Rosa, but that's all lie. Because Satan has no power to resurrect. He can kill, but he cannot raise someone from the dead. Whatever Dr. O tried to counterfeit resurrection, but Dr. O is a liar. His days are getting closer. His days are closer, because lying, he will die. He follows the voices and this in the dream. He's gonna end up in hell. That's what I see. He's gonna end up in hell, but his judgment is going to be very severe. He deceived people. Whoever the God speak to him in the dream, him and that God, they'll be burned in the lake of fire. That's what today is the 10th of July 2018. God, Jehovah, that man, but that's not his name, but he raised me from the dead. But that's not his name. Just he didn't want to give me his name. Said to me, "My name is Joe." That's not his name, but he didn't give me his name. Doesn't want me to be known by any name, but only Jehovah. That's what will be known. That's what Dr. O claiming that Jehovah speak to him. But in that dream, like when I was in Toowoomba, like 2011, because God appeared to me on 25th of November 2011, spoke to me, I am the first and the last, and I will shook the nations. So when God appeared to me, He didn't tell me His name. He didn't say, my name is this or that. Yes, He told me, I am the first and the last. That's God. But the God of Dr. Owo is Satan and the devil. Shalom.